going on, guys? It's Ben from the Parker Brothers and welcome back to another fishing video. Today you join me down Thorpe Lea. It's actually near Thorpe Park. Now this lake's very close to my heart. I used to fish here probably 10 years ago with a good friend of mine, Ian, and someone you've definitely seen on the channel before. So I'm here for the next 48 hours and I'm with T. Everybody knows T, Mr. 30, and it really would be an achievement to get a 30 from this lake in our eyes. So we've got a little bit of a mission. T made a comment this morning of over 30 fish. He said, I'll catch a 30, you have 30 fish. So we're going to do our best to just catch as many as we can, to be honest. Obviously the first thing we've done is found our spot, and it's been the absolute most nightmare of a setup I think we've ever had. We've had tips come off, we've had spom snap, I've had my reel stop working, I've had to like take apart my reel and redo it. It's just been an absolute nightmare, to be honest with you, at our end. But like I said, I'm going to take you on my journey over the duration of the next 48 hours, and hopefully me and T can bring you an absolute banger. Just before we continue, my name's Ben. We upload every Sunday 7:30 to the Parker Brothers YouTube channel. It's normally a premiere, everybody gets involved. There's normally around 300 people in a live chat, like-minded people like myself, and sort of good banter in there as well. So if you are free on a Sunday 7:30, join in that live feed, get involved, and yeah, have a chat with all and enjoy the video together. So there it is, that's this week's video, that's where I am, that's who I'm with, and that's exactly what I'm doing, guys. And like I said, hopefully I can bring you a banger. Just before I start this video, give us a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. Come on the Nosser Pigs, and come on the Parker Baits. Well, it didn't take long. After all that commotion, all the spomming, everything going wrong, T, eh? Yeah. He's hooked into something, so fingers crossed we can get this in and show you. So first one, fish is just Bosch, just to the left there. So fingers crossed he can get this in, but I'm going to put the camera down now, guys, and give him a hand. I'll see you in a bit. Little pasty. Yeah. There we go. First one for T. What'd you give it, mate?
Not much, mate. It's only probably about 7-8 pounds.
Yeah.
But can't grumble though. First one.
And what did you have it on?
Little OG fish wafter, mate.
Get in there. Get in there, T-Bone. First of many, brother. Right, well, I guess it'd be rude not to keep you in the loop. It's about 2 o'clock now, to be honest with you, but as you can see, I don't know if you can tell by the lines there, but we're fishing in a line. So we're fishing out towards the island. It's 20 3/4 wraps. We found a nice, there is gravel out there, but we're fishing on a little silty bit, and the lead's actually sticking. It's like almost like a sticky silt. So then as you come back probably 2 rod lengths towards us, then we start hitting weed. So what me and T, we're going to work together, and we're basically fishing 4 rods like out, 2 rods mine, 2 rods T, and we're going to flick between and sort of move them to wherever the fish are and pull the rods tighter if we need to. Another thing that we've done this particular session is, obviously you can see it comes out here and goes round, excuse the tripod, but when we were spomming together to get the bait out quicker. But if you can sort of change where you're standing, you know, a little bit there forward, sort of stand back, hit the clip with your tip up, hit the clip with the tip forward, and what we're trying to put across is you start getting a lovely little carpet of bait. And because we're fishing 4 rods, we don't want to be too close, so by doing that you spread that bait a lot sort of nicer. I'm definitely not fishing on a bivvy, we're fishing over probably 4 or 5 bivvies, but because there's that many rods on that area, it should hopefully do the do. As you've seen, T's nicked one already, typical T fashion. But that is where we're at, and that's what we're doing at the moment. The gentleman next door, I think he got here yesterday evening. He hasn't had much himself, and there's all these pegs here, all up and down here. People have turned in today. This whole bank's full. They're sort of casting this way. That's where me and T were fishing before, guys. I was in that peg. Oh, I think that's a swan, mate. Little baby swan. Look, I've got a swan here in front of me, I've got a mate down here, been feeding them off, but they seem to like the bit of pellet we're putting in. We had a couple of spoms open down there, so it's absolutely smashing them. But sorry, going back to what I was saying, over the back there is where me and T were before. And if you haven't seen that video, guys, head over to the channel, check it out. And that was our last video up. It was a couple of years ago. I think I'd done 20 fish and T done over 10. It was a really good session, good laugh, and again, that was a 48-hour session. So to top that or beat that would be nuts. I haven't set my bivvy up over here today. I am going to jump in with T. We're going to double up over there. But for now, I'm going to enjoy this beautiful day. I think the fish are slightly up in the water at the moment, being that it's really hot and I'm actually down here in the shade. It's lovely down here. You can see the shade here, and the sun's just coming round, creeping round there now. So T's no longer going to be in the shade, and T doesn't deal very well with the sun. But yeah, sun's out, rod's out, come on the carp. It's just gone 3:20, and no action for me, no action for T. One of the little swans come over my line, so I just had to redo it. So I thought, you know what, I can't sit on my hands and stuff. I've sort of been looking out by the island here. I had one close, but I've got one quite close, just brushing the sort of the overhanging bush right by the end of the island, but I didn't want to get too close to the island itself. The reason for that is there was a heron, and he was actually walking up and down. He's actually still there now, but the water real close up to the island must be not much at all, 6 inch on that, because you can see his legs still well out of the water basically. So that stopped me from getting too close. I was in the middle of the island, the people that are fishing, they're actually fishing right real close to the thing, and he's picked up a coot as well, so I'm going to avoid doing that. But yeah, I just merely wanted to keep in the loop, but it's been quite hard going. I haven't seen nobody else catch a fish since we've been at party, and next door to me is actually the owner's daughters and some of their family, which is quite nice as well. And they've had a few. I think one of them's had a PB, got a soaking this morning, and it was quite nice to see really. And not only that, they've been having fish this morning, but obviously ever since we've been here I've seen the gentleman have one, so that's quite interesting as well, because that holds that main body of water. I think we were in pegs 19 and 18, so that would be 17 and 16 I would imagine. Yeah, 19, 18, 17, 16. But they are very nice pegs. You demand sort of that main bowl, if you like, but these are as good, absolutely brilliant pegs as well. But you can sort of see there's a lot of fish pinned in that middle area. Hopefully they drop and they do move over, but it is a good sign that the fish, the very few fish that have come out from what I've seen today have been, well, next to me in T, so it is a good sign. And hopefully tonight they drop. If I remember, like last time, I think it did quite up in the day, because that's when I was just getting sleep, but from sort of like 8 o'clock onwards, I think it was just absolute madness up here. It can. If you've never been to Thorpe Lea before, guys, you need to get down it. Really nice lake, customer service is brilliant, the owners are brilliant up here. I think you can pay a £5 to get dropped to and from your swim. This is a booking one, so you've got to ring up. But if you go on their website and it says all the details on there, you ring them up, you book on, you pay, so on, so on, so on, and it's done like that. And I think it works. It's about just over an hour it is for us, but that's great. And the reason for that is I can turn up and I know I've got a peg. A lot of other day tickets, as you know, that I fish linear, and I'm not knocking them lakes at all, but what I'm trying to put across is you're never guaranteed a peg unless you physically book one, which isn't something I normally do. So to turn up here and have a peg booked is absolutely brilliant, and obviously you guys can do that as well. What you've got to do is pick up the phone and sort of do it like that. So that's a bit more of an insight onto the thing. Also as well, they do have barrows up there, that's worth mentioning. They've got barrows up there that you can borrow, obviously drop your stuff off and then obviously drop the barrow back. So if you are struggling with space in your car, you've got a small car, you can limit your space by not bringing your own barrow, borrowing theirs, dropping your stuff to the swim, so on. That's another thing. Also, there's a little tackle shop here, again for people that haven't been down here. To be honest, this time I haven't been in, but remember last time, it's sort of like basic terminal tackle stuff and some bait in there. Definitely worth a look. If you have forgot some bits or you got caught short with leads or something, head down to the shop and I'm sure the owners will help you out no end. I am going to do some foodie bits in this video, but we're underneath a tree and it's like it's raining here because all this sap's coming off it and I'm really sticky and horrible, so we sort of sat over there. So that's one thing to keep in mind in this time of year. It's right in August at the moment, but it's definitely something to keep in mind if you are on these pegs. Yeah, maybe set your bivvy over to the left a little bit more. I think we've messed up there, but we have been in the shade, so. But the wind's coming across the lake now. It has turned a couple of times since we've been here, but like I said, I'm going to sit back, enjoy the evening and just sit back. I know what we're doing is right, but hopefully them fish move in. It's not non-stop action here like it was before at this point, but I'm not saying it can't just turn on like that. I've been up here before and it's turned on and it's just been absolute carnage for a few hours. So there it is. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll touch base with you definitely later on, or one of us catches a fish. I just had a beep there. I'll see you in a bit. Would you look at that? Crazy amount of fish. One scoop and some absolute scaly bangers in the mix as well. Look at them. Unbelievable fish. Lovely ones. Beautiful. That was just with one scoop. Put a little bait there. They all started coming up. Got a bit of footage. Look at that. Some mental fish in the mix, mate. Look at them.
Loads of commons though, isn't there?
Loads of commons.
Yeah.
It's a nice variety, really.
Yeah, really.
You're nearly 50-50.
Well, that's scary.
It's a banger. Yeah, lovely. With a view. Right, wow, time for some foodie bits. I didn't run through it, but and you just saw the flip of a lifetime as well. T's on cooking duty, and I've never seen a man flip a steak so well. So we've got, sorry, T's got ribeye because he likes cremating his, and you've probably seen this before on the channel. I've got a sirloin. What was it, 2 for £8 or something, T?
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to put mine on so it's still mooing. T's cremating his. We've got some peri cheese over there, and we're going to put them in these rolls, and that is dinner. We've sort of had dinner a little bit early, and the reason for that is hopefully that we're then, because normally the way we leave it too late, we eat, and then it's carnage with the fishing. So hopefully we're doing this cleverly, and we eat now and enjoy the evening just catching fish. Hopefully it goes that way. But yeah, I'll come back to you when we've finished. Go on, show me a flip. And look at this little bad boy sat down here. And again, I love my hot sauce, but this has probably got to be one of my favourites. So we're going to put some of that on and all. Lovely jubbly. Oh yeah, with the cheese. It's not going well, mate.
It's not, it's bloody
So mine's on. He's already said it looks cremated to me. It's sort of sat behind him over there at the moment.
Not cremated enough.
Not cremated enough because inside's blue. Well, I thought I could trust my mate T, and it didn't. Yeah, this one's not too bad, but
the other side's a bit better.
Yeah, yeah. Let's have a little look. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I should have just showed him that side too, really, shouldn't I? T's is back on. I'm going to start hitting this with the sauce, and I'm not going to record any more, guys. But you get the idea. That's what we got for dinner, with a view. Come on the carp. Let's go. Right, well that is rod number 1 out for this evening. I said to T after dinner, I said, why don't we just get the rods done and get them out on the money. Luckily, first time I got that one out. That's my right hand rod done. I'm going to fish a rod directly next to it. And again, I'm not going to record that, guys, but what I will do is touch more on great depth bait, how we're fishing, etc. tomorrow. I am just fishing. That particular rod was on our new match of the hatches. It was the OG fish. And my other rod I'm going to fish on a pop-up as well, because it is quite silty there, so once that's going to sit above, then we're going to pitter that bait. I'm fishing one with a bag, a little mesh bag, and then one without, so I've got a best of both worlds. It's 2 rods each. Like I said, we're going to fish 4 on the money. That's what we're going to do. And again, time to get them rods out. Well, it's time to get my second rod out. Time for T to get both of his rods out, because he's having an absolute howler. Not in a good way this session, to be honest. Yeah, it's just all going wrong. But I think we had the same scenario up here last time, to be honest. It doesn't look after him, Thorpe Lea. But anyway, fingers crossed. We're going to both take our times now and get these last couple of rods out. I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, we've just been sat over there watching this beautiful sunset go down over the back there. T's rod absolutely melts off, but no alarm sound, so I don't know what's gone on there. I don't know what we've done, but we just heard the clutch peel off. Look at him. Look at him. Fish number 2 for you, mate?
Yeah, man.
So what happened then, mate? That is holding its ground out there, bruv, isn't it?
Definitely
you watch. You watch. We'll get a 30. Mr. 30, come on. But no, there's a fish. It's definitely holding its ground out there, and I've got on the camera a little bit late, to be honest, because it shocked us both trying to work out what's happened. But yeah, I'll touch base with you very, very soon, I'm sure. But fair play to him. And we've just topped up with quite a few spoms, to be fair. But hopefully this means the fish have moved in, and we've got a right night shift ahead of us. Come on the carp. So what a fight that gave you, mate.
Yeah, it did give me a scrap.
Massive scrap. We thought it was 10 times the size, didn't we? How big is it though, mate?
I think it's 18.2.
18.2, so definitely getting slightly bigger. Very peculiar. Funny old shape, but yeah, happy days. Fish number 2 for T. Should we show the other side?
Yeah, it's on the other side.
And that there, guys, is the other side. What a strange thing, mate, eh? Hey, wow. T's getting his rod back out now, sorting it all out, putting fresh baits on. but that was on a Parker Baits pop-up again, a little pinky over the top. But yeah, what a peculiar, very strange fish, like very, very different. But there is a few of them, or a few sort of characters, shall we say, at Thorpe Lea. So I'm going to sit back now, enjoy this beautiful, beautiful backdrop behind us, and enjoy the evening. I'll see you in a bit. How many wraps you fishing, mate? 20 and 2/3 years, and we're sort of, like I said, we're fishing quite tight, and I'm sure we'll touch up more on it a bit more tomorrow. Yeah, clipping up, get on the money. They're out there, I've just been watching them. They just keep showing. Look at this backdrop, by the way. I know I keep saying it, but look at it. I keep seeing him show where a coot keeps dropping, and every now and again it spooks one. So past 8, believe it or not, the camera lights it right up, but it's taken to a few chucks, but got there in the end. We've just topped up with a few spoms as well, so we're both ready for it, and fingers crossed it absolutely goes off tonight. But it has been a slow start. I thought they would start coming, like maybe a double take or something really exciting, but it's only our first night. We've got tomorrow night as well to make it happen. So it is pitch black out here at the moment now. Topped up a few spoms on the spot, sit back again. See if it happens. But no, thoroughly enjoying the evening. It's just lovely up here. Got a bit of road noise out the back, but it is, yeah, it's lovely, really is nice. Some fish, massive, a couple jumped up out of the water over here. Seen a few over here as well, and I think the gentleman right in the middle has had one as well, because all the lights come on. It was like a Christmas tree over there, and I think he got it in the neck. So there was a few wahays and wahos over there. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. And it's still very, very quiet across the board, really. I haven't seen anybody since the guy I mentioned earlier. The guy in the middle, that's that sort of green light you can see flashing in the background there. Definitely time to get our heads down, or at least to get a few hours sleep if we can, and hopefully get woken up by a fish. If not, what we're going to do is I'm going to get up around 4ish, have a coffee, and sit up, watch the water for a few hours, top up with spoms, redo the rods if we haven't had a bite by that point, and then go back to bed around 6ish. So we're going to try that. So if I don't see you before, I'll see you then. Wow, after a very, very long night, and got a bit of sleep, to be honest with you, and contemplating giving up carp fishing. I've managed a 20 this morning. This is the first one for me, to be honest. We've had a night, it's just been so quiet. Haven't really had any rods tea, have we? No, nothing. No, nothing. It's just been slow across the board. Got up this morning, snoozed the alarm, being a bit lazy this morning for sort of a couple, and tea's got the brews on now. We've got some coffees on the go. Topped up with a couple of spoms almost instantly, mate, wasn't it? Five minutes after putting the spoms out. Would you look at that? Thorpe Lea banger. I'll quickly show you the other side. Let me get this one back. Happy days. And come on the Parker Baits. That was on the OG Fish washed out pink pop-ups over the top of quite a bit of boilie, and again boilie and pellet has been out there. Sorry, I've just woken up, I'm absolutely knackered, but what I'll do is excuse me, I'll touch base more on exactly what we've been doing, baiting approaches, boilies we've been putting in, the pellet we've been soaking as well, and sort of go over it in a little bit more depth today. We have been using the flat spot product and stuff like that to sort of enhance it, because you're not allowed to use particle here and stuff like that. But let's show you the other side. And like me and T just said, they're arguably the better side, this one. It really is a nice looking fish, really is, and it's got true potential, and hopefully I can come back in a couple of years time and this bad boy will be £30. But thank you very much, Thorpe Lea, and thank you very much to Parker Baits. Get in. How big?
That is 21 and a quarter as well. oh sorry, 22 and a quarter.
22 and a quarter.
Yeah,
so that's two we've had exactly the same. Mine was 22, T's is 22. It's a common, so we'll get her up now and show you. As if, mate. As if you've done that. So 220s this morning. It's been a hard night, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, it's not been easy.
Real hard night, but that's an absolute banger, mate. Pristine common. And again, I know I keep saying it, but another 20. It's like a lovely, it's got like whites in the bottom, a little bit darker on the top, sort of a bit of an orangey bottom drop tail at the back there. The tail is perfect, to be fair. Slightly smaller on top, just a beautiful fish all round. T, Mr. 30, well done, mate. And that there, guys, is the other side. I say perfect, but it is perfect in our eyes, because even the scale pattern on the back is sort of, it's just right, isn't it, mate? It just looks good. It really does look cool. So that's the other side. Let's get this one back, mate. We missed it. Well, they've definitely moved in, mate, haven't they? Well, madness, really. Just topping up with spoms and what have you, and just keeping them there now. We need to keep them there. I'm redoing a rod. I've just put that rod out. But he reckons he's hooked into something slightly better. So fingers crossed we can get this one in. Might be seeing Mr. Common or Mr. Mirror. Wow, we haven't got a fish. Literally there, it come off. The gentleman next door come over right in front of us. Yeah, it literally just pinged straight in front of us. A bit gutted, but he's getting his rod back out on the money. And is that a money? Is that a money? That is a money. Tell we've had a coffee. Right, wow. I was shaking earlier, and to be fair, I was redoing the rod. I lost an absolute chunk, you know. It was, yeah, I was gutting. I've never seen a fish take line like that in a long time. Oh no. Trying to steer away from the teeth. Wow. From that point on, it went downhill. I lost another one. So what I was saying is, just before that, I hooked into a fish and it just took line and line and line and line. The rod was bent in two. Me and T were looking at each other like, is this the one? Fish has just turned on the spot, unless that's a coup. But as I've hit and it's went out lovely, the right hand rod went straight back on the money, exactly where I picked that fish up from. So I was well happy with that. He's like, you're in. And then my rod to the left, just to the left of that, is pinned up and obviously went off. Sudden little sort of fight with it initially, and then it sort of slowed up a bit, if I'm honest with you. It's sort of coming in, and then obviously you saw it catch on. It went under T's line. There wasn't a tangle in the end, but it just, the hook pulled again. But anyway, I ain't even got that rod out. It's sort of over here against the bivvy, so I need to get that out now. But happy times, mate, at Thorpe Lea, and come on the carp. I was mid spom. The spom hadn't even hit the ground yet, and my rod absolutely peeled off. So I waited for it to hit clip, give T the rod, picked up mine, and I'm into something again. It's holding its ground out there. Definitely doesn't feel anything like them ones earlier, or that one I had earlier on. But hopefully I'll get it in and show you very soon. Come on the Parker baits. Right, so there it is, fish number 2 for me. Yeah, it's been an hard morning and a disappointing one. Obviously losing them 2 and definitely losing that bigger one I keep mentioning, but I'm happy. Slightly longer one, this one. Lovely mirror, and fell to the Parker baits. It was the OG fish, it was the little washed out pinks again. Happy days, and come on the carp. And that there is the other side. Let's get this one back. Come on the Nosser pigs. He's in again. Hopefully we can get this one in. It's giving him a right beast in across the lake. You've been playing it, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Give me a good scrap.
Definitely give me a good scrap. So T, that's foul to the fruit and nut pop-ups. Washed out white?
Yeah, man.
Washed out white. Yes. There it is. Fish number 3 for me, and I would definitely say the smallest one so far. Would you agree? So yeah, nice little mirror. Let's pop this one back, and this was part of a double take, unbelievable. So when I done that footage of T saying about him having on the fruit and nut, my rod peels off. We were both landed, actually landed the fish before him as well. Yours is considerably bigger, shall we say. So let's get this one back, and we'll show you a proper one. I'll see you in a second. We were about to show you that one, but I'm going to quickly zip that up very safely. Tease in again, that rod's just melted off. Right, let's get this back in safely. Hey, so what happened there then, mate?
Well, trying to sort out the other one and the rod ripped off.
Nice common. I'll give it, what, £15 should we say, mate? Around that?
Yeah.
Lovely colours on it though. Lovely colours.
Yeah, can't grumble, mate.
Right, we'll get this one back quickly then, guys, and we're going to get the other one out and get that straight back. Happy days. Wow. There it is. What an absolute banger. Loads of little apple slice scales up the back of it. Proper demon, mate. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Give you a right merry dance, didn't it, as well? It really, really did. Real proper good fight. But what we'll do is I'll quickly show you the other side. And that was on an OG fruit and nut washed out pink popper. I washed out white pop-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one, dude.
And bosh, there's the other side. Again, just as beautiful. And the Parker bait's doing it again. Thank you, Thorpe Lea. Right, I'm just getting in the water for tea, let this one go, and it's always good to get out. Being that it's very shallow here for the safety of the fish, just getting out, getting your waders on, wearing your wellies out, just letting it go so it doesn't sort of rub its belly on the bottom. What a beautiful fish, tea caught. Feel a bit cheeky there to go, mate. Right, wow, I thought it'd be rude not to sort of touch on the baiting approach. So being that it's only a pellet and boilie raw up here, what I've got is I've got just a generic coarse pellet, not so hot, not oily at all. And what I've done is I've hit that with the sauce so it soaks into the pellets, and then also got chopped boilies in there. I've got some 10 mils, I've got some dumbbells, we've got some fruit and nut 10 mils, we've got some OG fish 10 mils. We put about 8 kilo out already, which has literally been all of this sort of slop, if you like. But it's a pure liquid food, so the fish are getting some kind of kick from it, if you like, and very stimulating as well. Very stimulating to the carp. You can put this in and it's going to be flicking up and down all the different levels of the water column when it hits the water. Perfect for fishing over zigs as well. But this is the OG fish sauce, and obviously we've got the OG fruit and nut. I haven't put that in, but I am going to wash my hands now because it looks like I've had a bit of an accident. So yeah, there it is. That's the bait. That's the baiting approach. It's definitely something I needed to go over with you. Happy days. What was your fish? 25? Right, wow, breakfast. We got, now Chris, my mate Chris introduced me to these. They're Rustler's sausage McMuffins. They're like a knockoff McMuffin. So we warm the patties through, then we'll put the buns on, then put the cheese on, and you got that. One of them for £1. So happy days, real cheap breakfast, and fills you up for the morning. That of a coffee and a view, happy days. Don't look very appetising, but I know these are absolutely lovely. That's gutting. So T's just lost one. Big old bend in the rod, went right up towards the island over there, and just finished our breakfast. Put one swam out, reeling that in. By the time I've not even reeled that in, it's his rod screamed off, so it's almost like a dinner bell to him, and they're definitely reacting to the bait. So I'll let T get this one back out. It's a bit annoying. That is ridiculous. She's read. Oh no, you're kidding me, yeah?
What is going on?
So I've literally put a spom out, the spom's hit the water, his rods went. Unbelievable, straight away, crazy. But unfortunately he's lost it. But yeah, we're having an absolute shocker with losing them, breaking spom rods. We've done it all this session, haven't we, mate? Yeah. Yeah, you know. Well, it's coffee time, and we got the caramel sexy lattes. the posh ones as well. These ones are absolutely banging, they really are. He's redoing his rod over there, look. But he's got to get in a real tight little gap where we're fishing out there, so it's hard. But yeah, I'll come back to you in a bit. For now, I'm going to chill, enjoy this coffee. Hey, another one. Fish number 11.
Yeah, man, I think so.
Yeah, so that's what we've got to at the moment. T's absolutely smashing it, and another banger. So we're going to get this one back, get the rod back out of the money, and see you hopefully very soon. Right, it's just coming up to 1 o'clock. Gone a little bit quieter. T's just topped up with spoms, but we got these bad boys for lunch. So again, real cheap, but does the job. And they were just underneath the McMuffins in the store, so there's probably a little bit of laziness in with that. But yeah, it's a plan of action. Look at them, double decker whammy bammies. Come on the carp. Hey, wow, that is my 2 rods out. Coming up to sort of 5 o'clock now, and I said, you know what, should we set the rods early, T? Been quite a few hours, and this is the exact same repeater yesterday, so fingers crossed the fish move in early. But one thing we are going to do differently tonight, learning from our mistakes yesterday, obviously the second we put spoms out, we went in with the attitude of, we've put a bit of bait out, we shouldn't top up, we hadn't had any fish. Obviously it was quite very apparent that we shouldn't have snoozed from 4 till 5, because when I got up at 5, put the spoms out, straight away we got bites, and it sort of was non-stop all the way till 12ish, something like that, and then it's then shut up shop from that point on. So tonight, if we can get up every couple of hours, give them a bit of bait, try and drop them down, and hopefully that will be the difference, and we can get a few more under our belt before we leave tomorrow in the morning. So how have I been fishing? I know I said to you I was going to touch on rigs. I'm literally fishing simple spinner setups, little 14mm OG fish, OG fruited nut is what me and T have been doing in the washed out pinks. Going down from that, bit on with a bit of floss, blob down, a little micro ring swivel on the end, a little glass bead so it doesn't move when I'm casting. We're also pinching a little bit of foam. We're fishing them straight up singles over the top of the baited area. I'm fishing a 9-inch boom with a fused end, and what I'd done is something slightly different this particular session, which I found quite interesting. And I saw Corey doing it. I was fishing, well, I wasn't fishing personally, but I saw Corey the other week, and he was fishing a local water, went down there, and what he was doing is he was actually putting it on the swivel of where you hook on, and I've not seen that before personally. Maybe I'm naive, I don't know, but I haven't personally seen that before. But then I've tested it this session, and shout out to Corey, because what I've done is I put it on and it actually sits more uniform and sort of more fragile on the bottom. I think it's almost sort of hides the hook because it sits lower because it's actually on the bead. And what I've actually done is as well, I've put the tungsten, and I twisted a little bit around the end as well, so you've got a nice little bit right by the end of the rig, but not too much that it's going to slow it down too much. But then you've also got that bit on the hook. Being that it's a 9-inch boom with that kicker on there, it really then does low down. As long as you hit clip, it's going to flick out, drop down on the spot, and hopefully get on that money every time. So that is what I'm doing. I'm going to change arms, so that is what I'm doing. And now me and T are fishing almost exactly the same. It's just over 20 wraps. The only difference is he's on fruit and nut, I'm on the fish. And yeah, to be honest with you, if I'd have put the fruit and nut on, I probably would have had him on them as well. So, and obviously I showed you the baiting approach earlier. So that's the update for now, and I wanted to touch on that because sometimes I forget and I get told off in the comments down below. But it really has been an enjoyable trip. Popped down earlier, spoke to the family. It really is a nice family-run business, and reminds me of Parker Baits. As you know, guys, at home it's me, my mum, my dad, my brother, my nan gets involved, my granddad gets involved, everybody gets involved, and that's what I love about this place, because it just really is sort of thought about. The fish have come on leaps and bounds since I've been here last time, and being that it's a family run business just makes it even that much more better. And the customer service, like I said earlier, is just absolutely brilliant. So there it is, that's the update for now, and I'll probably touch base with you if I catch a fish or T catches a fish, but if not, probably when we get to the food bit. I'll see you in a bit. Right, wow. Just trying to pull it round. Hopefully I can put it back up with the arm. What a nightmare.
How about say now?
I think I've done it now. Right, well, this little chap, 14, 15 pound maybe more. It feels quite a lump, to be honest. It feels quite heavy. But my God, it pulled to my left. I kept calm, kept my tip in the water, quite low to the water, and kept pulling it round to put it underneath the rods next door. I was just going to wipe them out. I could see it was underneath there, Rob, but where the line was pulling. So I kept the tip down and it pulled out in the end, and I managed to get it. But here it is. Fish number 4 for me. Happy days, and come on the Parker bait. Well, that's the rod back out. And tea has already started dinner. So tonight we got chicken tikka, like pre-cooked stuff, spicy Mexican rice, and we bought some chorizos in a packet there, only like £1 or something from Tesco. Look at that, looks absolutely lovely. So we're going to have that, maybe with a naan bread, and that is dinner for tonight. Again, with a view. Oh, and see this as well. Me and T thought, oh well, Max must have been in the swim or something, but no. We only realised, didn't we, this morning. We went, obviously Max 22 wraps, so what a great idea that is. And it's I don't know if it's on every swim, but I mean on this particular swim, obviously your max wraps are 22 wraps. So yeah, there it is. There's probably something a lot of other fisheries to follow as well, because it probably stop a lot of drama, to be honest. But look at that, isn't it beautiful? Well, I said I wasn't going to use the section. That's what you call improvising. 2 garlic naans coming right up, T. Nice.
Banging.
Banging. Lovely. Right, wow, that's it. As you can see, it's absolutely pitch black. We've just topped up with spombs, but it's definitely time to go to bed. It's just come up to 10 o'clock, but I have got a day shift tomorrow at the factory, so I've got to make some bait. But yeah, it's been a mega couple of days really. A bit sad when I'm going to have to leave in the morning, but hopefully it kicks off in the morning. We're going to set the alarms for around 4 o'clock, like I mentioned earlier. Get that bait out there a little bit earlier, and hopefully we can have a eventful morning, then leave. And bag of 30 in the mix would be absolutely mind-blowing. So good night for now, and I'll see you soon. Hey, good morning guys. The sun is up, and we just had that one in the night that you saw, and about 4 o'clock, like I said, put some spombs out, and it didn't really happen. I mean, sort of an hour went, the rod has just gone, my right hand rod's just gone, fish number 5, and it's a lovely scaly one, nothing massive, but a lovely scaly one. So I'm going to get that out now. T's going to freehand with the camera, and I'm going to get down in the water, and I'm going to slip it back, rod's back out, because we need to get some bait out ASAP. We've got a coffee on the rock down there, because we need one of them to wake us up this morning. But let's see this fish. I'll see you in a second. There it is, the future of Thorpe Lea. And what a banger it is, and this side's just as scaly, it really, really is. Lovely and dark on the top, and it's like apple slice scales all up it. Like I say, imagine this at a £20, it would be an absolute banger. What are we going to give it, T? £12?
Yeah, around about that.
Around that sort of mark. I'll quickly show the other side, and I'll get it back. And there it is, that's the other side. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Happy days. Right, well, that's that done. Time to get some bait out on the spot. Thank you. Oh, and coffee time. Lovely. Well, just snuck an alarm bell, top up with a few spombs, and the man himself's in again. Hopefully it's a nice one, and we don't get tangled. Well, we're not going to weigh this one, guys, but another double. Get this one back. Hey, mate, what a banger that is.
Yeah, a little nice one, this one.
Yeah, she definitely is. How big?
For about £15 maybe.
£15, and again another future Thorpe Lea carp. Lovely mirror. What do you have it on, mate?
this one was on a white OG fruit and that pop-up.
You've been flicking between the pinks and the whites, mate, ain't you?
Yeah, man.
Since you've been here, and they've sort of definitely been doing the do. I've been fishing similar, and this is fish number...
I think this is number 10.
10 for you, so I think we're 15 fish now. We'll quickly show the other side and then we'll get her back. What an absolute banger. And bosh, there it is. The other side just as beautiful. Scales coming out of scales. What a banger, mate. And even if we leave with that now, we can both go home happy men, eh?
Yeah, happy days.
Happy days. Yeah, happy days, mate. Banger. Right, wow. The slow pack down begins. There's carnage everywhere at the moment. We're just trying to make it nice for the next person, the same as we turn up. But look at that out there, mate. Definitely will be coming back soon to this place. Lovely to come over in the winter. I'm already in talks, so it'll be interesting to get something sorted. But yeah, there's still time, 50 minutes left. It'd be lovely to nick one. Fingers crossed. Last minute Londy is a lively one, but a beautiful one. Let's get him. Feisty little devil. Hey, wow, that is it. We've got a rod out each now. I've got my mate Swans in the background. And what an enjoyable session it's been here at Thorpe Lea to be here again. I can't leave it this long again. I do love it up here. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it has got a close place in my heart. Just everything about the lake. It's just a beautiful lake all round. And obviously, like I mentioned again, the customer service here is just fantastic, which is something that I look for on a day ticket water when I'm fishing all around the country, and particularly day ticket waters. Obviously, like I mentioned, for all the details for Thorpe Lea, please head over to their website. And I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but they've obviously got a buggy service you can pay for. They've got toilets on site in a little shop, and also a little bit you can get like canned drinks, chocolate bars and bits like that as well. You must book on. It's not just a turn up service up here. I don't think you must book on, but again, all is explained on that website. I think things to remember when you do come up here, and things that I'm going to remember when I come up here, is making sure every couple of hours you're topping up with that bait, keeping it consistent, keeping that spot live, because it was very apparent when you topped up with spawns and fish were dropping down and we were getting bites immediately. When we did have that stagnant period where we weren't putting bait out, it was slowing the bites down. So that's definitely something I'm going to do. And also accuracy. This particular session, there's been times that I've watched T's been getting very frustrated. As I mentioned, it's been a bit up and down for both of us this one. We've had a load of things go wrong in regards to our angling as a general, but there was some casts, it took him 20 casts to get it right, but when he got it right, that rod would go within 20 minutes, and that is the difference. Accuracy is key when you're fishing 4 rods really tight together on the space of a bivvy, if you like, and obviously filling it in. We've also used, I would say, in excess of 10 kilo, a boilie of array of Parker bait since we've been here, so they definitely love that, with them washed out pinks and washed out whites, the 15mm OG fish and the OG fruit and nut, which are on our website. And that's what we've been putting out over the top as well. It's been working wonders, to be honest. I think where we've been fishing in silt, not on gravel, they're they're there. You can see them, and I think it is plugging a bit. So it might it's almost like sticky silt. So I do feel that it's probably just showing, almost sitting like a wafter by the time that everything's sunk and it's dispersing and the fish are coming feeding. So there's a few things maybe to sort of keep in your armoury when you come down yourself. And also pellet as well. We use a lot of pellet, I can't lie, just generic coarse pellet. We just put that out with the flat spot and the sauce on it, like I mentioned, you saw earlier on in the video. Well, there it is. That was mine and T's session, and a great session it was. Hopefully you've liked this video, guys. If you have, make sure you go down below, click that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward, and also helps me and my brother grow our YouTube channel to next levels, and that's our intentions. We're here to take over the next couple of years. Come on the Parker Baits, and I'll see you same time next Sunday, 7:30. All the best. Peace out.